Welcome into today's CAD lesson. In today's exercise, we would be modeling this phone stand. We would be modeling this with a sheet metal material. Hence, we would be working with a sheet metal sheet template. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, you can leave them in the comment section. I would respond as soon as I can. Let's begin with today's exercise. Let's get a worksheet to begin this model. And so Ctrl+N or new, we would be working with a sheet metal sheet template like I mentioned. And so let's select that here. It is under the part create 2D and 3D objects under the metric template. We will pick that and choose create sketch. Here I am in my work environment, but I like to work with a light background. So what I'll do is to go into view. Let's drop down the presentation options here, and here we can choose the light to change to the light background. I am using Autodesk Inventor 2026, but if you don't find that here, what you can do is to go into tools, you find application options, and once you are here, you can choose colors. You come down until you find the light appearance, you apply, and then you can close this. Now let's go back to the sheet metal tab here. What I'll first of all do is to create the 2D sketch, which is going to be the base that sits on a table. To do that, I'll pick the 2D sketch command and select the top plane. Now we want to draw the profile for that extrusion. We drop down the rectangle options. Let's pick the 2-point center rectangle. We bring that to the origin. We will draw a rectangle. And here I can dimension using the dynamic input box. So for the height, which is highlighted in blue black, I want to change that from the 16.30 I have to 80. You can down press the tab key. Let's also change the width to 80 and we would press enter. Now you can right click and then OK. Let's use the home button to get the isometric view. Let's finish this sketch and we can move on. So we would use this option here that says face. Let's select that, and here we want to add some volume to this. We could have used extrude, but since we are in a sheet metal, face is perfect. The profile to be faced has automatically been selected. The direction of that face is also fine. The preview is exactly as we want it. Let's OK. But here the sheet thickness is the default sheet thickness, so we will change that. Let's drop down the sheet metal default option up here, and we would deselect this option here that says use thickness from rule. Now we can change to the thickness we want as 3 mm. I would type that there and apply. Let's close this. Now I'll get back the isometric view and we can continue. Let me zoom in a little for the next step. Okay, this much is fine. Now I'm going to pick this option here that says flange. Let me hover the mouse on it so we see what it does. It says create a flange by adding a sheet metal face and a bend to an edge or edge loop on an existing face. Let's use that. Here we want to apply that flange to this edge. The distance of that flange, will change that here to 80. We want to angle that also. The angle is going to be 115. I'll type that under angle. For the edge, we would pick the first option here, edge. There are a number of options. You can play around with them. The direction is going to be the default direction. And for the measurement, we want from intersection of two outer faces. The placement also is going to be plane through partner edge. And the last option, which is the position, also can be outer face through plane. Let's OK. Now this is what we have. We would apply another flange. So we pick the flange option. Let's select this face this time. The distance will change to 70. The angle is what would also change to 130. Everything remains the same. This is how it should look. Let me get it from the right view. Exactly like that. OK. OK. We can even hit the plus sign to add another flange so that we don't have to select the flange from the top there again. We would apply also to this edge. This time, let's specify a distance of 15 and the angle of that would be 65. Let me get the right view so we get to see what we've done. Excellent. We would hit on the plus sign and apply another flange again to this edge. this time to an angle of 90. The distance is also 15. Every other parameter remains the same. Let's OK. Next, we want to put a text on this face that we would be embossing onto this face. For that, we have to pick the face we want to put the text on. So I've selected that and choose create sketch. Let me pan down. What I'll do is to pick this option here that says text. Click here to place my text there, and it opens the format text dialog box. I can now type what I want to put, which is Autodesk Inventor, but I'll put them on separate lines just like that. Let me highlight this and change the height of that, or the size of that, to 6.10. Let me see how that looks first. So I'll OK. Okay, I think this is fine. Now the placement is fine for me. If you want to align it better, you can use your constraint. And so let's use the vertical to say put this point here and align it vertically with this point. Also, I'll do same, so align this point horizontally to this point. That should center it better for me. Let's finish this sketch, and I am ready to emboss. But the emboss command is found under the 3D tab, so I would select that. Let's pick the emboss command, and so there it is. Here, the profile we want to emboss is going to be this text. I would select that, and the depth of that 1 mm is fine. We want to choose the engrave from face option and OK. Alright, this is how it is supposed to look. It's as simple as that. Now we are ready to apply some fillets since we are in the 3D tab. And so I'll pick the fillet command. We would put that to this edge. Also this edge. Let's do this edge as well. But the radius of that should be 1. I would also do this edge. Let me do this edge as well, also that, and this, and then that one. Let's hit OK. Now let's apply the last but one detail, which is a cut that begins from this face here. So I'm going to select this face and create a sketch. Let me zoom in. OK. What I'll do is to pick the rectangle command, this time the 2-point rectangle, which is the first one. Okay, there I go. Now I'm going to draw the rectangle here. Let's dimension this. And so I'm going to give this a height of 15. Let's give this a width of 15 as well. So I'll just pick the 15 here again and check and apply the vertical constraint between this point and this point here. Let's also apply a horizontal constraint between this point here, not the horizontal. Right click, cancel. Let's rather do a collinear between this line here and this one. Make sure you are selecting this one. Let me turn this around so we see this very one. Now we can finish this sketch. Let me get the isometric view, and we are ready to cut. So the cut option. Now we want to cut this profile. I have selected that. The thickness of that, I'll define it with the 2 option to say cut it up to. Let's pick this face, this very one, and this is the preview you are supposed to get. We can OK. Let's get the isometric view. Also, there is another cutout on the back side. Let me turn this around, pick this face, and create a sketch. What I'm going to do is to do the same thing into the rectangle command. Let's draw a rectangle here. We'll dimension that. We'll give it a width of 15. We'll give it a height of 15 as well. Alright, and then let's put our constraint, and so let's make coincident. This point here and this point, that should constrain the sketch would finish. And let's extrude, cut that, or we can even use the cut command since we are within the sheet metal. And so cut, the profile is selected. We want to cut that up to this face. Let's OK and get the isometric view. Our model is done. We can change the appearance of this. So drop down this default option up here, and we will change the appearance of that to the light red. I can also change the appearance of this embossed. So let's pick that out. Drop down the appearance options. You can here pick any one you want. Let me just do the black cast. Okay, so that is it. Very easy and simple. We did this within the sheet metal sheet template. You can also do this within the standard mm.ipt sheet template. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, you can leave them in the comment section. I will respond as soon as I can. Don't forget to share this with your CAD friends and also save this. I'll see you soon in the next tutorial. Bye.